Hello, everybody. There has been a big break in the search for a missing SeaTac father.
Nicholas Francisco's red Toyota had just been found 6 days after he disappeared on his way home from work. But when detectives search it, they are hit with another surprise.
As far as foul play was concerned, anything in the car, was there any sign of struggle?
No.
No blood?
No.
Dogs are brought out to try and find Nick's scent, but nothing. Still, the community does not give up.
It gave us some more hope, so we actually got another search party together right there in the middle of the condo complex at night.
Bring him home soon, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. It was pretty heartwarming to see this many people want to get involved.
Christine, thank you for being with us.
Absolutely.
Christine takes to the airwaves, trying her best to keep the search fresh.
According to my research, your husband has no history whatsoever of disappearing.
You're right. He wouldn't do this. Even if he was 15 minutes late in traffic, he would call me.
But not this time. This time, Nick is gone. Detective Holland checks every dead body that turns up in the area and tries for days to get Nicholas's cell phone records, but can't get permission from the court.
In the words of one of the judges, it's not against the law to become a missing person.
If you had a murder scene, you would have been able to get the cell phone records right away.
That would have had him in a day.
But police are much luckier at Nicholas's job site. Here, they are allowed to search his office, and what they find changes everything for the detectives and even more for Christine.
They said, well, we found a receipt on his desk. And I'm like, okay, so what? Everybody has receipts. And they said, well, it's what was on it. There were condoms on the receipt. I told the detective he was mistaking. I said, there's no way. I said, I'm pregnant. We've been trying for a year to have a baby, and I finally got pregnant. We have not used condoms. The person at the register made a mistake.
Christine's life is crashing down around her. First, condoms she knew nothing about. Then on Nick's computer, evidence from financial records that her beloved and trusted husband is hiding money in a secret account.
That account was used to pay for things he didn't want me to know about.
She can see from records that he's been eating out while she's been struggling to feed the kids. And back at the police station, Detective Holland has finally obtained those cell phone records.
And what'd you find out?
Nicholas Francisco had a double life.
Nick had been living a secret life, making calls to other women he was dating on the side.
How awkward was it to have to put it in black and white to her that her husband had a second life?
It was either that or deliver the other news, and that he was a victim of a homicide or foul play.
Detective Holland showed her evidence that Nick was not only cheating, he was a player, a swinger, with internet names like Funtime Steven and Horny Steven. His MySpace page listed his interests as women, couples, sex, nudity, and his sexual orientation as bi. Some of that money in the secret account was used to pay for adult websites specializing in hooking up.
He was soliciting sex. He put pictures of himself out. When I saw those pictures, I felt so sick. It was too much. It was just too much.
Clues lead police and Christine to an anything-goes sex club in Seattle, salaciously called The Wet Spot, as well as a local bar where he met swingers at their weekly parties.
I feel like an idiot. How did I not see this stuff?
So there were red flags when you look back.
When I would call him on his cell phone when he was supposed to be working late, there would be loud noise in the background. I'd say, well, what's that? Because I'm like, it sounds like you're at a bar. No, I'm in the kitchen and, somebody's doing dishes. And stupid me believed him.
Now the evidence was too hard to deny. Police had cleared Christine of any notion of foul play, but she was torn between, okay, he's alive, and I wish he was dead.
I'm being asked to choose between two bad situations. And yeah, the one that would hurt the least would be that he was dead, because that means that he didn't actually choose to leave me and my children, that he didn't actually choose to walk away.
Christine soon files for divorce, making Nick an official deadbeat dad. She gives birth to their third child, a baby son. Police kept looking. They made Nick the king of spades and a missing persons card deck. but the case loses momentum. Until Christine gets a phone call that nearly floors her. A state bureaucrat wants her to know she has a child support check waiting for her.
And I said, "Are you kidding me? Who's the check from?" And I said, "I need to know if this came from my ex-husband, because I need to know if he's alive or not." And she told me, she said, "It says that it's from Nicholas Stephen Francisco."
Nick, hiding away for about a year now under an assumed name, finally made a mistake. He opened a bank account in faraway Los Angeles, and Washington State's computers flagged it and confiscated his money. Nick was not pleased and even had the gall to try and get the money back before closing the account and disappearing again.
I would have expected him to have the character to at least man up and be, hey, this isn't going to work, but I'm still going to support my kids.
Not Nick. He doesn't even want to see pictures of his kids when we track him down outside his new home in Los Angeles.
I'll show you a couple pictures maybe you want to see of your kids. Tell us why you would, it's near almost Father's Day, and why you wouldn't want to see them or abandon them. Can you tell us at all about what happened? Why'd you leave?
We tried to ask how he could tear his family apart like this, but he wasn't in the mood to share his secrets. This from a man whose own father left his family when Nicholas was 16.
He yawned.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That hurts that we meant nothing to him.
I think that's the only way he can deal with what he's done. If he engages at all, the weight of the whole situation hits him. And so he completely pushes it all away so that he doesn't have to feel any of it.
Nicholas Francisco won't speak for himself now, although one Seattle reporter did manage to ask him if he felt guilty about wasting everybody's time, energy, and sympathy. His answer, no, they did it for selfish reasons.
It doesn't surprise me. It's what people do. They want to feel good about themselves that they're doing something.
Not exactly what those friends and co-workers who spent their nights and weekends searching for what they now label a deadbeat wanted to hear.
I think we were all pretty pissed off, to be honest. It's like, wow, you're gotta be kidding.
You just feel like you've been played for a fool, and now he's going to get away with it.
Ex-wife Christine lost their house to foreclosure. She's remarried and now lives with the kids squeezed into a basement apartment, while forced as a co-borrower to pay Nicholas's student loans on her